Hello, this is Latoya of Infinite Nature, and today we are making raw vegan burgers. Here are the ingredients for the raw vegan burgers, which includes sun-dried tomatoes. It also includes red bell pepper, carrots, shredded carrots, pumpkin seeds, garlic cloves, basil, fennel, flaxseed, brown flaxseed, I should say, olive oil, cumin seed, paprika, salt, and pepper. And I actually doubled the ingredients because I wanted a little bit more. And sometimes it may not necessarily get exactly the double amount depending on how big you make the burgers. Alright, so here we have the soaked sun-dried tomatoes. I took the water out. It's great to soak them so that it can actually stick, along with the grounded flaxseed, which you'll see in a minute. And then also we have the pumpkin seeds. And normally we will soak things like seeds and nuts, but in this case it wouldn't, because then it will be really wet. Then we have the shredded carrots, which is packaged. You can also buy, whole carrots and do them yourself. Shred them yourself. You save more money that way, but I just wanted to already have it pre-shredded. And then we have the red pepper. I think I may have used one big one, or you can use whatever, how many equates to the measurements. And then here we have the grounded flaxseed. You can buy it already grounded, or you can purchase your own flax seeds and then ground them in your high speed blender, which is cheaper. And then here we have the basil. Normally I would have used fresh basil, but I didn't have any, so I used the seasoning. It does taste even better with, with the more fresh herbs in the ingredients. And I also have all of this set up, all of the recipes, I should say, in the link, so you can see everything. I got this recipe from, I forgot where I got it from, but you'll see it in the link. And then I have here fennel seed. Fennel seed, I use that a lot in these type of recipes, and in like the pizza crust recipes. Things that are more dehydrated, I find fennel seed is added a lot. And also we have, of course, the black pepper. You always want to add black pepper. I wonder how many people don't like pepper, because that's a very common seasoning that people tend to eat. But I know there may be some people out there that don't like it. And also, as you see, I'm using the food processor. You can also use a high-speed blender. I just think that it mixes better when you use a food processor for things like this, even though a high-speed blender is awesome too. And also we have here cumin seed. And I really enjoy this recipe because it's so simple. And here's the paprika. It may seem like a lot, but it's really not. The biggest thing you have to do is make sure you soak the actual sun-dried tomatoes for an hour. And then we have sea salt. It's all about just giving yourself time to do it, because I know it can be, if you have a lot going on, it can be easy to feel overwhelmed to do things like this. And this is the garlic, minced garlic. I love garlic in my dishes. I sometimes use more garlic than is needed because I just like garlic so much. and I'm trying to see what else I'm doing, because this is me like doing a voiceover. I believe I'm washing a spoon or something like that. And then I'm in here I end up using, I believe, a tablespoon or something like that when it's really supposed to be a teaspoon, or vice versa when it comes to that, but it's all good. I think I end up using a tablespoon when I might have supposed to use a teaspoon. And here is the blended up ingredients. And actually I said in the last clip that I was supposed to use teaspoon, but actually I was correct. It is tablespoon. I just forgot to add 4 tablespoons instead of 2 tablespoons because I'm doubling the recipe, but it's all good. It still tasted well. And here I'm about to blend up the ingredients together so that we can form the patties. So I'm pulsing it right now. It's real simple. This is real simple. Like, to me, this is a real easy recipe. It just may seem overwhelming because, you know, it's something new for people. Really trying to make sure I blend it. Well, I don't want it completely blended up though. I still want it to have a little texture so that it can stick. And this is how it looks after it's been processed. And what I'm doing now is getting the ingredients together to form the patties. So now I have all the patties formed and I'm about to put them in the dehydrator for at least 4 to 5 hours. And also when you look at the recipe, you'll see that it says for the first hour to put it at 165 degrees in your dehydrator, but as you know, when it comes to raw vegan foods, normally you cannot go over 117 degrees. So what I do is keep it at 115 degrees and just have it in the dehydrator longer. So I'll just have it in there for 4 to 5 hours. And it really depends on like how hard you want your burger. Like, I don't want mine super duper dry and hard. So 4 to 5 hours will suffice, believe it or not. So that's it. So my husband prepped the toppings, which includes pickles, avocados, tomatoes, romaine, and mayo, raw vegan mayo. And I have a video on making carrot tuna, and I make mayo with that. And you can see how to make it on that video, and I'll have the link in the description. And you can also click on the video right now and do that. It should pop up. And now I have the tomatoes and the romaine, and then we have the mayo, which you can see the carrot tuna video how to make the mayo, and then we have the pickles and the avocados. And here are the raw vegan burgers. They're completed after being in a dehydrator for at least 5 hours. And here we are dressing the food. And I don't use ketchup because there's so much tomatoes in it already, like the sun-dried tomatoes in the burger and also in the actual fresh tomato. And now the raw vegan burger is complete. I hope that you are inspired to make this recipe. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe.